Okay, so I got this in the mail. And, this guy may be a good guy. I don't know anything about him really. But I noticed that all of them want to ride the coattails of this guy. And this guy even mentions this guy, Jim Jordan. And Jim Jordan has always seemed like a good guy. But tell me what he's done. I mean, I have seen him on TV many times. He's going to get, this one and that one, Obama or Hillary, and going to make them accountable and all this stuff. But what has he actually accomplished? Because I can't think of anything. Maybe you can refresh my memory. The only thing, folks, the only thing that is going to make a difference in Washington, D.C. and in our government is a convention of states. That's it. We need a convention of states. There's 19 states already signed on. I'll list them below, but it's a given. Without taking back the power from Congress, which they're never going to do themselves. And I've got another video on it I posted not too long ago. We're going to be stuck. They're going to make promises until the next election. Then they're going to make some more promises. And they're going to make excuses why they couldn't do this and why they couldn't do that and why they're waiting on this and this wasn't quite right and all this other stuff. That's just the way it goes. Until you get a convention of states and put some term limits on these guys where they can't go in there and get rich, because that's the thing. They get in there and they figure out, boy, I want to stay here. I have all kinds of opportunities to make myself and my family and my friends very, very wealthy. Man, I might have to figure out a way to stay here. So that's why you have these career politicians and different things. And we need to get rid of that. We need to have a balanced budget. We need to get rid of the 16th Amendment and get a flat tax. It would be good to get rid of the 17th Amendment and not have our senators where they can be controlled by being bought, their campaigns funded by people like Soros and all these multi-billionaires and different people, because they'll tell you the whole time, I'm there for Tennessee or Missouri or whoever they representative of, and they'll say, oh, I'm there for them. Then they get in there and they start to think about voting for something, and someone gives them a call and says, man, I love you, and I've been giving a lot to your campaign. What did I give last time? 50 million or something? Yeah, man, I just wouldn't vote on that one. I mean, do what you want to, but that's not, I think it could be a better bill. I think you can work and get a better bill on that. So anyway, that's the way it goes. Convention of states is the only way to go. Everybody is going to be trying to ride his coattails. About most every ad I've heard, I heard some guy going, I'm going to fight, that type of thing. Everybody's trying to ride his coattails. Like I said, this may be a good man. This may be the right one to fill the seat, but without a convention of states, he's going to have as much power as this guy. And sadly, even this guy's overcome a lot, mainly because of his executive orders, because the people he's put in there right now are having a big zero as far as taking anybody out that the Epstein list or J6 thing that went on or any of that stuff. They hadn't moved the ball at all. I mean, nothing's been done. Nothing's been done on Crossfire Hurricane. I've posted it on X many times. I've got this list, this thing, I guess, I don't know where I found it. I think Ted Nugent or somebody posted it. Had a list about 12 different things, and all of them had a big zero about what's been done about it. And I suspect that nothing's going to be done to politicians at all. Nothing is going to be done to politicians. They're outside the law. You always hear, oh, no one's above the law. That's true. No one's above the law. But there's plenty of them outside the law, apparently. Because you never see any of the big wigs, Schiff or Milley or Brennan or Comey or Clapper or Obama or Hillary or anybody like that. They don't ever get touched. Now, they can go after Donald Trump. And, first of all, because wasn't anybody protecting him. The rhinos hate him. And most of the people probably in the GOP hate him because he's got so much power and he's showing how incompetent and inept they are because, they're all controlled. It's all a big uniparty, folks. So I know I'm preaching to the choir to most of you, but that's just the truth. And only unless somebody can tell me something else, the only solution was given by our founding fathers a convention of states, Article 5. It was put in there for a reason because they knew that if things got out of control and people were able to vote themselves a salary raise like Congress does, or vote them out of an exemption for some things like Social Security and all these other things that we have to live on, and they're able to go do insider trading and no one does anything about that, but they'll throw Martha Stewart in jail for 3 years or whatever, then, you have a problem. They have a power problem. And the only way to solve it, because they're not going to vote on term limits, guarantee that, is a convention of states. We've got to have 34 states to have the convention. And then anything to get ratified is going to take 38 states. So it's not an easy haul, even if you have one. Everybody's like, oh, well, what if they do this? What if they do that? It's going to be tough because there's a lot of red states and a lot of people in them. What I'm afraid of is that while we're trying to get there, there's going to be more corruption down lower, even in the states more, where they won't even want to have one because they like being locked in at the state level even. And plus they think, well, one day I may be elected to the U.S. Congress. And well, when I get there, I don't want to be limited to 2 terms or 3 or whatever the term limit may be. Oh no, I'm going to have to help delay that convention of states. That's the problem. It keeps going down lower and lower. I've heard that Soros and people have put money into like mayoral campaigns. They see somebody coming up that looks like they may be somebody on the rise, so convention of states, folks. Like and comment, share, please. Let's get this viral if we can. I need some help getting this word out and need some pressure on these other states that haven't come along yet. There's only 19 of the 50 states that have signed on to this. And it's been going on for a long time. This push has been going on at least 10 years. I've been involved at least 10 years. So help us out. Have a good one.